Okay, today we are working in the Math 1 book, page 87, numbers 26 through 34. It says find the zeros of the polynomial function. When it says to find a zero, what it's saying is a zero is where y equals 0. So I'm going to write that, where y or f of x equal 0. Okay, it's where it crosses the x-axis. So we're going to get some x value, and then the y value is automatically 0. So if the y value is automatically 0, the method to solve this is just plug in a 0 for the y value. So 0 equals negative x squared plus 6x plus 27. And what I like to do in this step is if I have a negative out front, I'm just going to divide both sides of the equation by a -1. This gives me 0 equals positive x squared minus 6x minus 27. Okay, and then from there I am going to factor, and the reason I'm factoring is because I want to use the zero product property and set each factor equal to 0. So first off, I know that x times x equals x squared, but now I need to see what multiplies into negative 27 adds up to negative 6. Some people like to use a multiply-add chart. Multiplies up to negative 27, adds up to negative 6. I'm thinking 9 and 3, some kind of 9 and 3. And since 9 is the bigger absolute value, and this adds up to a negative, maybe I'm going to say negative 9 and positive 6, or positive 3. So negative 9 times positive 3 is negative 27, and negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6. So we're okay there. So x minus 9, x plus 3 equals 0. So that gives me x minus 9 equals 0, or x equals 9, and x plus 3 equals 0, or x equals negative 3. Okay? So right here I'm adding 9 to both sides, and that's how I got x equals 9. And here I subtract 3 from both sides, and that's how I got x equals negative 3. Okay? Number 30. It has a 3 out front. Well, first off, it says find the zeros, so I need to set a 0 equal to that function value. 0 equals 3x squared minus 17x plus 20. And then from here, what you're going to do is use something called the Lizzie method. And remember, the Lizzie method is where you take the 3 and you multiply it by the 20, the first number times the last number, and rewrite the quadratic. So here we are, x squared minus 17x plus 60. Now you have to ask yourself, what multiplies up to 60 and adds up to 17? Just because I've been doing this for a while, I sort of I know what the answer is automatically, but what you want to do is really write out your work. What multiplies into positive 60 adds up to negative 17. Okay, so you might think to yourself 10 and 6. Of course, that doesn't add up to 17, though. So you might think to yourself 3 and 20. Now, 3 and 20 could add up to negative 17, but I don't think it's going to multiply into a positive 60. So in other words, if you want this to be add up to negative 17, so you would want that 20 to be negative there. But see, negative 20 times 3 is equal to positive 60, and that's not actually what you want. It multiplies equal negative 60, but you wanted a positive 60. So what you're going to do is take negative 12 and negative 5. because negative 12 and negative 5 add up to negative 17. And it also multiplies up to positive 60. Okay? So here we are. We're going to say 0 equals x minus 12 times x minus 5. Okay? And then from there, remember we're using the Lizzie method. So anytime we use the Lizzie, we'll be multiplying by that first number, and then at the end we're going to divide by that number. Divide by 3. So this gives me 0 equals x minus 4, 3x minus 5. And then to save space, I'm going to go ahead and write the answers here. X equals 4. Remember, 3x minus 5 equals 0. 3x minus 5 equals 0. So I'm going to be adding 5 and dividing by 3. So add 5 and divide by 3. There you have it. You might want to